You can start speaking whenever you want.
One of the reasons that I would say the main reason that I would like to do this research and go to these places uh, that were inhabited by my ancestors is that very soon I won't be here. I'm 70 years old, and I want to be sure that the next generation knows the family stories that I knew of where we came from, our values, our morals. And I realized that because of our lifestyle nowadays, we have portable telephones, music devices, portable television sets, even in our automobiles. Families don't talk very much, especially because children are distracted by video games, etc. They don't want to sit there and listen to grandma or grandpa talk about the old days. And so we're losing that connection that was very, very common up until the early 1950s. And families would convey these stories. And so I want to preserve these for my relatives. And I also noticed that when I started asking questions, and we have spread all over. We have relatives in Florida, we have relatives in California, New Mexico, Texas, Arizona. We even have relatives in other countries, in Germany and in Japan and in Korea. And when I started talking to them about it, they were very interested. They wanted to know, which I was very surprised that the young people, even the very youngest people, were saying, "Wow, I didn't know we had a history." And so I want to save it for them and record it because then they will be able to carry it on to their generations.
And also, I know that this thing will serve as a motivation for other people to do the same, or probably even know where they come from, because they might be related to you.
Well, that's true because you find all the time you find that there's relatives that are related to relatives to relatives. There's one lady, her name is Pat Rosas. She was helping me with the genealogy because she's a whiz on computers, and then all of a sudden she would talk to me about her aunt, and I said that would sort of ring a bell, but it took about a year or so before I realized we were talking about the same person, because her aunt was married to my uncle. So her aunt is the widow of my uncle, and so the two families there was a relationship there, and she was familiar then with my family.